Hey folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new and use he and pronouns, the weather's a bit ugly right now and the traffic is horrendous according to Google Maps. So I'm just gonna chill here a little bit and make a YouTube video and then go home. So yeah, a lot has happened over the past 2 weeks, and I wanted to talk about my emotional fuel tank and psychologically shutting down and my experiences with what happened. I guess I don't want to go into it. The short story is I've been left in the dark with someone I'm attached to. I've left in the dark with what they want, what they need, and I didn't know where I stood in their life. And that was happening for like over a week. I was just lingering in this darkness and have no idea what's going on. And it's like they've shut me in a dark room and cut off the lights, cut off the power, and I'm just left there and like, what the hell is going on? So that happened. And as a result of that, my body sort of, I guess, remembers the trauma, and I physically started to feel very sick, and my IBS, my abdo pain, my nausea, my chest pain all just went up, and I haven't experienced IBS this bad in over 6 months. So you could say, like, things like this, I realized, really set me off mentally and physically. And I was just at work and I was just sitting there in moderate severe abdo pain every day, and I just had to soldier through it. Of course, I didn't like push myself to like ridiculous points where I was just gonna burn out. I took it slow at work and I just did what I could, but every day I felt so sick and my gut was not functioning properly. And it was just, everything was off, and my nervous system was just off, unstable. It was just like, I felt very twitchy and not myself, basically. And yeah, last Friday, I finished work and I felt this sudden wave of extreme tension, these feelings of being unsettled, and just like, it just like reached a boiling point, and I felt like so physically like ill and sick. Not like because I have a illness or anything. It was just my body's reaction to what has been happening. And then over the weekend it just got worse, and then my head just crashed downhill, and then I had really dark thoughts. And I know that whenever I experience very dark thoughts, my mind and body are telling me one thing: you need to change something in your life, and you can't keep doing what you're doing, Lev, because this is not working for you, and you are being seriously hurt, and you need to change something. Otherwise, you're just gonna become an absolute train wreck down the road. And then yeah, on Monday I literally said, like, you need to tell me what you need and want, because I can't do this anymore. And then I don't know, her response, my body's reaction to her response told me a very clear thing, is that you need to kill this attachment. Yeah, when in healthy connections, when you read someone's message, your body doesn't go into like this state of tension and like discomfort. Like, yeah, for me, all my healthy connections, when my friends message me, I don't feel this wave of tension and discomfort and be like very detached from the whole thing. That's not normal for me, and that basically tells me you need to let them go. This is not healthy. You can't keep doing this. Also forgot to mention, on top of the physical things that happened last Friday, I just psychologically crashed, and my emotional fuel tank was running on near empty. Like, I could not bring myself to do much or engage in social interactions, and I noticed how much it messed me up because I couldn't really talk to my colleagues at work. I was not my happy, energetic, usual live, and I felt it in all of my body, and I felt my facial muscles, like my jaw muscles, were very tense as well, and everything. I felt everything, and I had to call Karina, one of my best friends, because I'm just running on near empty at the moment, and I need to talk to you to give me something to hold on to and give me a little bit of petrol to keep me running because my tank was about to die. And that call with Karina, it was only like a 20-minute call. Like, it wasn't that long, but it kept me going until I could take action, make a decision, take action, and be like, no, and then do something about it. It was just, I never realized how much being left in the dark could emotionally drain me so much. And now I know, like, that type of connection is not what I want, because again, healthy connections for me is very reciprocal, and it's not like they're draining the shit out of me. That's not healthy. And I cut out things that are not healthy now. Like, physically, I take care of my body while I exercise. I'm very conscious of what I feed it. Food, diet, drinks wise, I'm very cautious about what I eat and drink. I don't blindly eat and drink. And but then I'm trying to take care of my head in the same way, like being aware of the content I consume on social media and in the world around me, my connections with other human beings, and what is healthy and what is not. And if something is not healthy for me, I cut it out now and have no remorse about it. Something else I've been learning about and through reading and through online learning modules at my workplace is like polyvagal theory, and how our level of like nervous system arousal can impact the arousal of others and vice versa. I don't mean sexual arousal in this case, I mean like nervous system arousal. So if I am okay, like if I'm like stable, for lack of a better word, if I'm stable, and people who interact with me will see that I'm calm, relaxed, and then that can help them feel calm and relaxed. Do you ever notice what when you're around like if you're in a vulnerable state, right, and you're around like negative people, for lack of a better word, like, or people who are going through a lot, and you don't know how to hold space for that? Do you ever notice how like you just start feeling tense and like fidgety and on edge yourself? That definitely happened to me, like when I was in a vulnerable state, and I surrounded myself by people. I surround myself with people who were not doing too well themselves. It just fed into me not doing well and just like perpetuated the cycle. And yeah, the polyvagal theory is very interesting, and it says like when we feel safe, secure, safe and secure and not threatened, basically, around people, our nervous system, our vagal nerve tells our body to relax and calm itself because we're safe and there's no threat. But if we're like around people or things we feel threatened by, our nervous system's just gonna go into fight or flight because it's trying to protect us, and it's saying like, stay away from this thing or person because it's not safe for you. It's not like they're not safe, or it's not safe to be around. And so what I realized from this experience is that the person whose thing I had to kill, attachment I had to kill, is that it's not safe for me, and it's just, yeah, it threatens my nervous system, and I don't want to live and start losing myself and losing my ability to socially interact with other human beings I care about in my life because of one person not doing well and just draining me emotionally. It's not. Yeah, I came to a we have to come to a point where we make a decision whether it's hurting us or helping us and whether it's worth it or not. Some things I will persevere for if I really care about it and I think it's worthwhile in the long run. I will not give up on that thing, but or person. But if I make an assessment and it's like this is doing more harm than good for me, and the harm significantly outweigh what good or what I'm gonna get out of it, then I really question and be like, this is not the path for me to continue on, and then I just divert, route detour, basically route detour to an exit. In summary, my body and my mind were giving me very clear indicators that you can't keep doing this, Liv. You have to change something. Even if it's hard in the moment, you have to persist with this hard path. And I'm not gonna lie, like grieving is a very real thing for me right now. It's like losing someone, like losing an attachment or a connection with someone I used to, we like a very close connection we used to have. And it's like a grieving process. It's like losing something. And what was once normal in my life, which is having this person around, is no longer normal for me. And it's again, it's a grieving process, and there are no shortcuts to healing. There are no shortcuts to healing from losing this thing and the wounds that it inflicted. There is no shortcut, and I already accepted that there's no easy path out of this. But I have to remember that there are people who love me and people who will support me through this, and I think that's the most important thing. And I've also been feeling a lot of gratitude towards my chosen family recently because of all the love they've given me throughout this period, and that in itself is a protective factor. Having healthy connections with loved ones is a protective factor, and healthy connections is helping me heal from what has become unhealthy. Yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope that made sense, and I'll see you in the next video.